Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosy O, and today I am going to do another kit open chat for another 20 by 20 painting that I've been wanting to really try. This would be this would be my third painting because technically I'm working on my large one and my other 20 by 20 that I can actually show a status update on it. And I keep it on a clipboard because since I'm doing the paintings like in other rooms of my house, I actually found that it's easier if I just keep it on a clipboard and I can just, be working on it with my little tray and have all of my beads there with me with the little suitcase. I'm gonna call it a suitcase because I don't know what else to call it. And as you can see, I've already completed this area. I just have to do this little area next, and I'm a lot faster on the round beads than the squares, so probably a couple days I can finish up real quick. So I figured let me do a third one, work on another one, just so I don't know, just so I can have more completed diamond paintings because I have a lot that are on standby. So, and a larger one, I'm getting there, but it is going to take a bit. If you're new to my channel, welcome back. I highly appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. So this little briefcase has my little the little tubes that I'll be holding containing all of the beads. So this painting, which I'm about to show, I showed it in a video not too long ago of my Temu order of one that I had just received. It's like a little snow globe with flowers in it, and it's like a rainbow kind of effect, like stained glass in the back. I really like this one, and I've been wanting to work on it because I just love all the colors. And I actually want to hang this one on my wall when, spring starts coming in, because right now it is really, really cold. So I'll hold off on any spring things, in a couple months. And so these beads are the ones that are, the ones that are already numbered and everything are the ones for that painting that I just showed, with the little fox. So this one will be on this side. I didn't put anything in these middle ones because I'm not going to use them. So unless I hit one of my 30-30 paintings, then I know I'll have to, pick up a couple more tubes for it'll have more colors. This one's really small. It's only 15 colors. And I took the initiative to save some time and actually put the little labels on the tubes. Just because my last video that I did with the kitten chat, it was just way too long and I didn't want to put another 40-minute video because yeah, it's 40 minutes. So, just to kind of give an explanation, because I kind of forgot to explain it when I used the term kit up. I'm assuming it's a diamond painting term. Oh, sorry about that. I had something on my hand. It's a diamond painting term of when they're putting all the beads into, for example, for me, I'm using these tubes. Some people put them in Ziploc bags because that's what they prefer, or these little boxes that I have as well, just to organize and get all the beads ready before you sit down and actually work on them. So you can, organize it a bit and get, the tube with the color you need, and you can keep continuing with the painting. The term they use is a kit up. So if you see the title of this video, how it's kit up and chat, that's pretty much what I mean. That I'm just going to be, talking, going on, with, my day, anything with diamond painting, anything like that, while I'm organizing and putting all of the beads into the tubes. So, and it really helps a lot because these packets, all diamond paintings they'll have like a number, like this is like 1 2, and it'll correspond to the table, and that's how you're able to get what the symbols mean on the painting and what the DMC number for the color is. And for myself, I believe I've said in a video before, I do paintings by DMC number. So I'll see on the tube, you'll see me write these numbers. So if, let's say, I see, okay, I'm on I, which would be 3756. So I would just get the number and do it. So instead of just putting the symbols, this helps out a lot when you dekit. And that means when you're done and you don't need to be using the beads anymore. I save my beads. So I get, okay, so number, I don't know, 819. Oh, okay, then let me put it with the other 819s that I have. And I have a little organizer thing that has all the extra beads I have. I save them, not a lot of, I don't want to say not a lot, but not all diamond painters save their beads. I do, because it's saved my butt before, because I ran out one color and I saw that I had a few extras, so I was able to finish that painting. So myself, I'd rather save them. Excuse me. And that's what the de-kitting kit means. It's, you're just removing all the colors and putting them away. So, just to kind of give a brief explanation for that, because I kind of didn't explain last time, and I know there are some people that are new in diamond painting or are interested in it, just to, get a little terms out of the way if you've seen other diamond painters that use those terms as well, and kind of have an understanding what it is. So, let's put the painting aside for now. I'm actually going to put it standing there in the little back part of this this little suitcase holds it up. So I move everything out of the way and let's start this kit up, because like I said, I do not want to make it like a 40-minute video. My last kit up one is 40, almost 45, I believe, so I kind of don't want to go that route again. So this one's a little bit different. My last kit up had Ziploc bags. This one has these little sachets. I don't know, I want to say satchel, but satchels are usually big. So these little baggies there, let's call it that. And they just have the number which correspond to whatever it is on the painting. So this number 1, as you can see, is number 154. So all I do is I get the little tube that has a little label on it, and I put all of this, the little washi tape that's on it, and this little white label. I put it on there just to save time, as I said, just to, keep it a little more organized, and it's ready to go. I'll just have to write the number. Myself, I write the numbers in. I don't have a label maker or anything, and to me, I find it's a little quicker. I just see the number, write it, put the bead, boom, move on to the next one. And it, helps save time, because then I can really get into working into making the diamond painting. So for number 1, it would be 154. So as you can see, I can just write the number, and luckily I found a marker. I had some of these. I couldn't find it last time, so I had to use a pen. And the pen's holding okay, but I'd rather use the marker because I know it'll actually stay up pretty well. So I used this little tray. I actually kind of liked it. I was going to try to find my other one, but I kind of liked how this worked last time, so I'm going to use it for this one. And I ordered, I got this in a Temu order for some, I needed some drill bits. I multi-place sometimes, depending on the color. And I found some really nice multi-placers I liked, and they had other accessories that I really need, and this tray was one of them. And I liked that it had the little, spout. So I was like, okay, that'll work out fine for anything I need to use. So, and it worked out fine when I did this last time. So I'm going to do a Polaroid shake here. And for myself, I do it just to get rid of static or any that might be stuck up here. So I do it just to settle everything down, and I can just pour it into the tube. I just cut it a bit, and let me open it. If I cut it all the way, there we go. So yeah, sometimes some of these have static in them, and you'll see it stay stuck on the side. Luckily this one didn't have it. So that's it. That's pretty much all you have to do. Just pour it in. I already put the number, put the tube, and there you go. Move on to the next one. That's pretty much all kitting is. You're just organizing the beads, so when you actually sit down and actually start the painting, you have everything in front of you. You don't have to be going through each little satchel, opening it, trying to figure it out. You have, a little system. You know how everything is. When I first started diamond painting, I didn't have any of this. Sorry, my camera is focusing because I'm moving my hands a lot. I didn't have any of this at all. I didn't have Ziploc bags. I didn't have nothing. All I had were these little satchels that came, little packets that came when I would open and get the colors. And so since I didn't really have anything to pour them in to hold them, I would put tape. So I'll show you in a minute. This is 159. There you go. I would open them. I would cut them open on top. And, oh, my apologies. I keep moving off camera. My camera is in a weird angle. So sometimes when I move, I forget where it is specifically. I record with my phone, so it kind of throws me off. Sorry about that. So I would cut the top, pour out all the beads onto a tray. I had a really just simple, the standard tray that comes in the kits. And I would paint, and once I knew, okay, and I would do the whole painting. It would take me all day just to do one color, because I had to locate them all in the painting. And I saw, okay, well, you know, I'm done with them. You know, I might be done because I always miss one or two because, you know, sometimes they're sneaky. So I would just put tape. I would tape it shut and put it aside and move on to the next color. And oh my goodness, it would take me forever. So that was when I first started diamond painting. And then that's when I started seeing other diamond painting videos. How they had all of these neato accessories and storage containers, and I thought, you know what? I should probably invest in that because, you know, to me, it works. Like, you can actually see that it works. So that's why I figured, you know what? I should do that too. And I purchased a lot of my first accessories from Temu because they're really affordable. But later on, I started finding, you know, their little shops, like small business shops on Etsy that they actually sell, you know, they either 3D print or they make handmade, especially for any wax that you use for your diamonds. They're all small businesses. So I decided to start buying through there and, you know, help out a small business. And I would I would see other diamond painters review these small business companies, and they would use them. Sorry if I'm moving away a bit. I'm trying to see the number on the painting because they're kind of small. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. So I would see them reviewing and using the item from the small business, and you know, I saw that it worked and they gave a good review, so I purchased it myself. I did it with some trays that I've shown before, and I've done it with some wax and putty from some companies that were reviewed by other diamond painters. So since I saw that, you know, tried and true, and I saw that, excuse me, the items would work really well, purchased this on my own, and that's how, you know, everything started for me. And I started going crazy with buying a lot of accessories, and it is, you'll start getting a habit. You'll see something that, you know, it might work for you, it might not, but you might want to buy it just to try it, you know, because um, you never know what you would might like. Maybe these tubes or this way I'm doing it might not work for you, but there's a whole different array of possibilities you can do for getting all of this ready for your diamond painting. It's your diamond painting. You can do whatever you want. If you want to stay with the satchels, stay with the satchels. If you want to use Ziploc bags, use Ziploc bags. Do anything you want. If you want to find a box, use a box. Anything that works for you. I mean, that's what matters in the end. It's the way you want to do it. Sorry about that. I went into a whole different tangent. So, how are y'all doing? I know the weather's been funny, so I'm hoping everyone's being, you know, kind of safe out there and being, you know, being careful because the cold weather that we're getting right now, and I'm recording this. Apologize if I sound a little funny. I'm recording this at like 4 in the morning because I could not sleep at all. So I figured, you know what, let me just record this video because I wanted to kit up this painting. So I figured, you know what, let me just do it right now and get it out of the way, and then I can actually start on the painting. And mostly because, oh, my 3 looks weird. So I can just get it started. So yeah, right now it's really, really cold. I know some states right now are in the negatives. I've never been in negative weather, so I can't imagine how nuts it is. And right now I'm not. I believe it's like 20 or 18, I believe. And not negative, just before negative. And yeah, it's kind of cold, but I have a candle warmer for, you know, because I like the room smelling nice. I actually have all my yarn in this room, so I like my yarn, you know, smelling nice as well, especially with the candle warmer, because since it's really, really good with distributing the scents, but since the lamp is so warm, it actually warms up my room because the room's kind of small, so I don't feel it too cold in here, but I know when I step out, I'm like, oh my goodness, where's my sweater? So that's pretty much going on around here. I just know, you know, it's just worse in other areas, but you know, just stay bundled up and stay warm because, jeez Louise, that cold weather just came out of nowhere for everybody. But it's all right. It's all right. We need that. And so what else? Oh, I just recently got my new glasses. Yay. So I can made the joke with the lady at the eyeglass store that when she had me try them on, because you know they have you try them on, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're good for you. And she's like, oh, so how is it, your prescription changed? I'm like, yeah, my prescription went down, just a bit. And she reviewed what my glasses had. And she said, oh, I see that your glasses have high index lenses. And if you haven't worn glasses, high index lenses are really, really good. They're usually kind of thinned out, they're evened out, and they kind of give a higher quality for you to view. I've only had high index lenses once, and it's a world of difference. Like for someone like me that I have to wear glasses all the time, so I was just like, whoa, like. And she said, yeah, you'll see that it's really different. I made the joke to her. I was like, oh, I can see 3D now, and she laughed, and she's like, wait a minute. And I was like, right? She started cracking up, and I was like, no, but to me, like, other than that joke, it does. It looks so much clearer, and that helps a lot with these little friends of ours, because they're really, really small, and sometimes some of the colors look really, really alike. So I'm glad that actually I can see a little bit clearer, so I can actually make sure that the colors aren't mixed up, because there are some reds that look really, really similar, so you have to really, really look at it. Ooh, why did I take it off and you write on it? Just to make sure it's correct, especially if I accidentally put one color, in the tray that wasn't the same one, but it's because I saw that it was red, but I noticed, oh my goodness, it's a different number. So I'm just glad that, I can actually see a lot more clearly now. So that's pretty much an update I had. And work is work for me, so nothing else different about that. And yeah, nothing really other than the only other big change was the weather mostly around here and getting my glasses, but I don't, and diamond painting, that's all I got. Well, I'm actually planning to, actually, I've been thinking about it for the last couple days, excuse me, because I actually seen on my Instagram some people that had started kind of like a small business, and they started off selling items that they crochet, because I'm a huge crocheter. So I saw how successful they were being, and don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect world that you just open, let's say, an Etsy store and boom, all the money starts coming in. I know it doesn't work like that. Business is business. Even with a small business, you really have to work. You have to work it to make it successful. So, but it's really interesting because a lot of these people that I saw, they would give kind of like advice of like how they started, stories, and um, things that they've seen that didn't work for them, items that did work for them. And I kind of got inspired by it. And I thought, you know what? I should finally do the jump and open an Etsy store. And I had mentioned it before a couple of videos back that I make my own stitch markers. And if you don't crochet or do anything with yarn, stitch markers are just, they kind of what they sound like. When a pattern's being worked up and you see, oh, this row has to have this many number of whatever stitch and the next row is going to change, you can actually put a stitch marker on it so you know, okay, I stopped in this area before I move on to the next one. Or you can put a stitch marker on, let's say you're working on a blanket and you stop because you have to go, I don't know, step away from it. You can put a stitch marker on that loop so the pattern or the item you're working on doesn't get unraveled. So I've been making those for a while, more for me, more for myself, because I've seen on Etsy store before, and I have purchased before. Oh, sorry, why do I keep doing that? um, stitch markers that people make by hand. So I thought, you know what? I think I can do it as well. So I started looking up online and, just where I can get beads and all that. And, because I wanted to use beads because I like how they looked as a stitch marker. And lo and behold, I found out Temu sells a whole bunch of beads. So Rosie went a whole bunch of crazy on purchasing a whole bunch of beads. And yeah, that's how I actually started making little stitch markers. And I started looking into how they're put together. It kind of reminds me of like when you make jewelry. If anyone's ever made handmade jewelry, it's kind of the same items. You use, the pincers, and you use certain wires, you use certain hooks and all of that so you can make it work. Stitch markers are the same. Just, the only thing is you're not going to wear them unless you want to. So that's how I kind of learned how to make them. So, and I've made so many of them. And then when I saw that, okay, yeah, I'm going a little crazy. I don't need that many stitch markers. Don't get me wrong, I'm always making projects and I'm not always finishing them. But I do not need that many. So, oh goodness, I shouldn't point the scissors. I do not need that many. So, I just put them aside, and that's when I got the idea, you know what, I should just sell them myself. So, and that was an idea I've had for, for a while already, until I figured, you know what, I should just do it now. Like, I should just take the jump, start selling them. And I'm sure I think it's because I'm my own worst critic, and I always assume that, oh, they just don't look nice, or, oh, I don't think people would, will like how they look or like how they work. And mostly I'm worried that, someone's gonna buy one, and when they receive them, they're like, oh, really? That's what they are? Like, that's what I'm worried of. So that's why I think I've always held myself back, because I'm more worried that, I'm gonna disappoint the customer. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Excuse me. So that's why I've always, kind of stopped myself. But after seeing all of these people just, really loving having their own small business, being successful about it, being proud of it, it's just it's a little bit it's a little bit inspiring to see it, because you think, you know what, I can do it too. It's just, you just have to put in the work. And I have no problems. I'm a hard worker. I've always have been. I have no problems putting in the work. It's just, I don't know, I just second guess myself. I'm just worried, I'm gonna mess up. But I think it's about time I start actually, getting out there and putting items for sale, mostly because I've been making a lot of blankets, and I actually want to start selling blankets as well, because, everyone always needs a nice comfy blanket. And that's why I thought of blankets first, because that's the majority of the time that's what I crochet. And that's why I thought, you know what, I should just try selling those. And it says I need to figure out pricing and all that, because I do not want to put a really, really crazy high price, because then, they're not going to sell. Then I don't want to say shortchange, because that sounds kind of, I don't like that term too much. I don't, I have to estimate the value of the worth of work that I put into the blanket. That's probably the best wording I could think of, because I've read a crocheter that said that when she started selling, that she was worried the same thing, that, oh, maybe I'm overpricing. But then she got advice from someone else that told her, hey, estimate how much time you're actually putting into a project you're making, and that's how you're gonna know how much the price is. Because, something that looks real simple probably took you really long. And so, know your value. I guess that's the best way I can word it. So, that's good advice for anyone, especially if you're making items from by hand. Know your worth, and you'll know, how to move forward, especially if you're going to start opening a little shop. So I started sitting down, taking notes. I have a little notebook, kind of making like a business plan. That's what I call it, but that's not what it is. Just sitting down, kind of figuring out, all right, so, and I was doing numbers of, cost of materials, how I would work, all of that. And so that's what I've been working on for the last couple days. And I am going to put up a video, and on my, sorry, I couldn't see that number. Is that 890? Yeah, it's 890. Sorry. When I do have this store up and running, I'll make sure to put a video about it, and, a link to it if anyone's interested. I don't have, I kind of would want a 3D printer, because when I saw that people 3D, and I'm sorry, I'm going to segue to diamond painting now. Sorry about that. I saw that a lot of them 3D print the trays, and I think it's really cool. So I actually would look into getting a 3D printer, just so I can, make things by hand. I actually had a coworker that she has a 3D printer, and I'm not too sure what the machine was. She just told me what she would make, but I wasn't sure what it was. She would make keychains out of resin, and they were like gorgeous, 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 like, looking keychains. And I thought, oh my goodness, you're making those. And I bought some, I bought some from her because she has a shop as well. And she, sorry, 890, 936. She's telling me, how much work it takes for her, to get the materials right, make the shapes and all of that. I thought it was amazing. I was like, wow, like you do all of that? She's like, yeah. She's like, I do it because, it's my little business. So I thought, you know what? I should do that. I should get a 3D printer. I actually wouldn't mind making things with resin. It's just I'm not familiar with it. So I'm a little, it's like chemicals and all that. I would have to really, really research it so I can start making my own things. And I don't mind, like, if I can make my own, trays, for example, I'm more than happy. I'd rather make my own, and then once I see they're pretty good, then I'll start selling them. But I actually wouldn't mind making my own trays because I think that's just so cool. You're like, I made this, and guess what? I'm gonna use it. So that's why I really like that. So since it's 15 colors, but something's looking like it's off. Hold on. I think I threw myself off with a number. Let's see. 647. Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. I think I skipped one because some of the colors look alike. 702, 797, 833. Yeah, 890. Yeah. Oh, it's this one. This was supposed to be 919. Okay, so this is the needle trick about the washi thing. See how I just, whoop, there we go. So this one I'm going to put here, and I'm just going to take this one. Instead of grabbing one from the roll, I'll just whoop, take out another one. And I only found the number because I was looking at the, I was looking at the colors while I was, picking up the tubes, and I was comparing them. I was like, oh yeah, I totally see the number. That's gonna be so smudgy. Oh no, it didn't smudge that well. I'm sorry, that bad. So 919 is this little orangey one. So it's, let me write that down because I was about to try to add another one. So this is 919. This would be 936. And then the last two. Yeah, that's right. So this is 919. And I caught it because I see that I had 4 bags of the beads and I only have 3 of the tubes. And I thought, oh yeah, I messed up with the number. See? That's why it's really good, especially putting the washi tape on the lids. So in case you have to correct it, you don't have to waste a label or anything like that. So I kind of like that. So that's 936, and you're going to see it's a green color. It's like a totally different color. Sorry about that. I segued away from what I was talking about. It's just I caught that and I wanted to make sure that I can correct that. So yeah, so when I saw that, all of that, I figured, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I'm actually planning to work on that this week. Actually sit down, and I would have to take a lot of photos and then make sure my number one thing I'm worried about is making sure everything's legit, because since technically it would be like a small business, you'd be self-employed, and that's when taxes and all of that starts kind of kicking in, because you have to make it legitimate. So you're not just there like, okay, I'm gonna sell and that's it. No, like I want to make sure to follow all the proper channels so I don't have anything coming back and telling me, oh yeah, you can't be doing that. So that's why I'm just making, covering all my bases before I start trying to sell to anyone, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get anyone in trouble, and I just want to make sure everything's correct. And I little bit about me. I have a business degree. Well, technically I have an MIS degree, but it's under business. So I learned a lot of business courses, and I liked it. I actually found it interesting, but I'm more tech. So when I had to do all the coding and anything with computers, I was really excited about it. The business part was also because since it's considered under the program. So I got a bachelor's in it. And all of that information, I've always used it in, anything that I wanted to do. And so I'm using a lot of the practices I've learned, not just with my degree, but also with other jobs I've had before, I'm going to use a lot of those that I've picked up, especially when I'm starting with my own business. So I kind of know, hey, what's going on. And yeah, so stay tuned for when I actually start that up. And ta-da! I am on the last one. And that is 3849. Okay, 3849. There we go. And so, oh, there is one comment I want to make, and I really, how do I word it? I don't want to come off as rude, but I've seen that my videos don't. Ooh, well, there you go. A lot of my videos don't have comments, and I should have put it out there that if there's anything you want to know, any questions, or any kind of suggestions, anything at all you want to say, even in the comments, I have no problems responding back. And I've never stated that before, so I don't know if maybe people feel a little, oh, I don't know if she's going to care. I'm going to care. Because especially if it's something that I'm familiar with, like the diamond painting or my crochet videos as well, anything about yarn and all that. I have no problems answering any questions or any, you know, anything like that. And I apologize. I really didn't want to say, hey, can you come? Like, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to put it out there because I never stated it, and I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I don't think she's gonna like it. No, no, no. If you have something to say it. Just don't be mean. All right, that's all I ask. I don't, I don't accept anything that's rude or anything. Just, be respectful. That's all I ask. And this is the last one, and I'm sorry. I really like this teal color. That's why I keep picking it up. So there you go. That's 15 little colors that I had to put up. And yeah, I can see it. I can see it being with this painting. I really love these yellow flowers. So that's pretty much it. Once you're already completed, you're going to see all of your tubes in order. And again, as I said, I use DMC numbers, but some people love using the letters as symbols or the numbers that they're in order. You do whatever you want, whatever works with you, especially when you're kitting it up and you're good to go. So thank you so much for joining me with this video. I think I was so much faster on this one, and I think I'm gonna get faster in the next one. Maybe, unless it's a big one. So, thank you again for watching this video. I'm hoping that everyone's enjoying these. Excuse me, I want to do more of these kit ups because I actually like doing them. And again, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you can just like and subscribe, and you can stay up to date with any other videos that I'm coming up. I have so many diamond kit videos that I'm planning to release because I've ordered a lot of them, so I want to make sure to put them out there. So anything, and like I said, if you have any questions or if you'd like to leave a comment below, if you just out of curiosity, I'm always here and I have no problems answering. And again, thank you again for joining me, and thank you for your time, and have yourself a wonderful day.